Greetings, my name is Bruce Dueck with Keller Williams Realty, and I'm here to get answers to questions that people commonly have about real estate and when they're shopping for a new home. And one of the questions we often get is, due to rising home prices, do I need a jumbo mortgage? At what point do I need a jumbo mortgage? And what is a jumbo mortgage? And here today to help me answer those questions, I have Shay Peck with Bank of England Mortgage. And Shay is just an all-around Renaissance person, athlete, scholar, and excellent customer service provider with the knowledge to answer those questions. So Shay, tell us a little bit about jumbo mortgages and what's involved with them.
Absolutely. So with a jumbo loan, it is different than what we would consider a conforming loan, which would be a regular loan amount. Those loan amounts cap in most counties around $548 to $50. So other than in high cost areas in the United States, that's kind of like the number we're looking at on max loan amounts on conforming loans. Otherwise, you would go into the jumbo loan product. With that, they are seen as riskier by lenders because they aren't backed by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. So, these losses can't be guaranteed, and they are, if the borrower defaults, then the lender, is on the line in that sense. So, we do have stricter underwriting, more requirements typically.
More requirements than a conventional loan because it's higher risk for the lender.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So we underwrite these depending on who the jumbo is locked through. And typically when you're looking at the term, so you can either, we see fixed rate and adjustable rate, just depending on what that person, when purchasing the home, will go through and see what's most important, how long they plan to have the property, and sort of go by what would be most important and the best product for them as far as that sense goes. When we look at down payment and credit scores, with that we see a difference than we do in conforming loans because, as we said, they're riskier. So a lot of times with credit scores, we see a minimum requirement of 700, possibly even 720, depending on the investor. And mostly we see 20% down required. Sometimes it can be less with an extremely higher credit score, but that just depends on, like I said, who we're locked with and the risk assessment on that. Cash reserves are required for jumbos. A lot of times we can see 12 months being the norm, requiring like a year of reserves when that person applies.
And those reserves are typically for the mortgage payments themselves?
Yes, so we want to make sure that they have the full payment, that many months reserves available to them in assets that they can easily draw from, such as checking, savings, even stock accounts, that type of thing. And then, when it comes to the down payment, like I said, they can be a heftier down payment just depending on which investor they're locked with. And we do sometimes see a requirement of 2 appraisals instead of just 1, like on a conforming loan. So, depending on that investor, we'll order that up front, and we'll know in advance to be able to prepare the borrower, hey, we're going to be needing 2 appraisals on this loan.
Okay.
But all in all, it does truly depend on who you're locked with, and getting with a trusted mortgage advisor to be able to sit down and really see, how much down payment you have, where your credit's at, and just seeing, which product would be best when we start steering down, between fixed, adjustable rate, and kind of designing that product. So.
Great. So if somebody's looking at a home between over $550,000 and has questions, they could just call you and you could help them ferret out the answers to their questions and give them some guidance as to how to move forward with a jumbo loan. Is that right?
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay,
Be able to go through anything and answer any questions they have. And
all right. Well, thank you very much. And we'll be answering your questions about jumbo loans and other questions you may have. Feel free to reach out to us on our YouTube channel or through our social media. And we look forward to additional discussions on lending products available to people who are purchasing homes in this current market. Thank you very much, Shay.
Sure. Thanks, Bruce.
All right.